Knuckle Deep Talk.
What's up, scumbags? It's the Filthy Mouth Gamer, and we're back for another episode of Knuckle Deep Thoughts. Today we'll be playing Mad Max, and the topic is going to be patriotism. Now, the reason I bring up this topic now is because for the last few days we've all heard about San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick refusing to stand during the national anthem at NFL games. Millions of Americans have gone on the attack and have attacked him and told him to move. They told him to fucking stand. He's not patriotic. I know this sounds a lot like what I did 2 weeks ago about the Olympics, but I think it has to be said nonetheless. Now, most people think patriotism is simply flying a flag or hanging a yellow ribbon. That's not patriotism. Let's go to Webster's dictionary. Let's see what the definition of patriotism is in Webster's dictionary. Love for or devotion to one's country. Now, flying a flag or putting up fucking yellow ribbons or singing songs does not prove your love or devotion for the United States any more than getting a tattoo of your girlfriend's name on your shoulder or buying a necklace with her name on it. It doesn't prove shit. It just acknowledges the fact that you know of it. Now, obviously everybody knows about the Declaration of Independence, written by Thomas Jefferson. But there's an excerpt that most people don't know, and I want to read it to you right now. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Now, if you don't understand what that means, what Thomas Jefferson is basically saying is that most people will let tyranny run amok as long as it doesn't affect their lives. But once it gets bad enough, it's your duty to rise up and stand up against your government. Now, maybe I got it all wrong. Isn't Colin Kaepernick doing just that? Now, I agree, he could do more, but he's standing up for what he fucking believes in. He is doing his patriotic fucking duty, whether you like it or you don't. For anyone to have the audacity to question another man's convictions, especially when most people don't even know the simplest, most elementary fucking things about this country and what it stands for, is absolutely fucking ridiculous. How many of you listening to this have recited the Pledge of Allegiance and gotten to the part, and to the Republic for which it stands, and you don't even fucking know what a republic is. Now, let me give you a little lesson. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. And the difference between a democracy and a republic is, in a democracy, your rights that are given to you can be taken away by a majority vote. In a republic, there are certain inalienable rights that are decided in a constitution that not even a vote can take away. One of those rights is your freedom of speech and your freedom of expression, which apparently, if most people don't agree with in this fucking country, then you have to move. See, I think it's the fucking opposite. I think if you can't even entertain the first right that wasn't given to you, that the founders knew that you were born with, you can't even handle that first fucking right of standing up for what's right, then maybe you're the fucking person that should fucking move. How's that? How many people sit there and fucking bow down to the American flag like it's sacred, and those same fucking people, they don't know how many stripes are on the flag, why the colors are red, white, and blue. Some dumb motherfuckers don't even know how many stars are on the flag or why there's 50 stars on the fucking flag. And these are the same assholes that think it's bad for this guy to come out and stand up against tyranny that he feels. It doesn't fucking matter if you feel what he feels. Go fuck yourselves. That's what this country's all about. It's a fucking exchange of ideas. And just because his ideas of the world aren't your ideas of the fucking world doesn't mean you should be able to tell him to shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. And while you're shutting the fuck up, let's clear up something else. Flying flags, singing songs, and hanging ribbons is not patriotism. It's nationalism. Go look it up. Nationalism is fucking dangerous. Ask the Germans how extreme nationalism worked for them. How it turned out when Hitler united people under the quote, Germany above all else. Flying flags and singing songs is just a lazy, empty way to pretend to be a patriot. That's all it is. And while I'm talking about patriotism, I am so sick and fucking tired of people evoking the troops whenever they see fit, whenever it fits their argument. Let me ask you a question. When you're out there on the street and you see a homeless person who is a veteran, how many of you really even give that fucking person a second look? When you go to a supermarket and you see a veteran with his folding table out, selling pins and selling hats and selling shirts, how many of you actually stop and buy something? And how many of you that buy something even acknowledge him? What war he was in, how long he was in, thank him. How many? I will fucking guarantee you, next time you see it, wait there, 1 out of 10 will even bother with that person. Yet everyone wants to fucking pretend that, oh, we support the troops, we're behind the troops. No, you're not. You know why you're not? Because if everybody was truly behind the fucking troops, then I'd see millions of people right now kicking the fucking doors in of the Pentagon and dragging these motherfucking suits out by their fucking ties, who send these kids every fucking year to die in bullshit fucking wars based on false pretenses just to protect financial gains. But where is everyone? I thought everybody supported the troops. You know when people support the troops? 3 days out of the fucking year. They support the troops on Veterans Day, they support the troops on Memorial Day, and they support the troops on 4th of July. Supporting the troops doesn't just entail ribbons and fireworks. It takes thought. It takes confronting the elephant in the room that we have sociopaths in our government killing not only our children, but children abroad for money, for power. How dare anybody fucking say they support the troops when you don't even really give a shit? How many times do the troops cross your mind in a day? Never. Only when you now want to argue against Colin Kaepernick and what he stands for, right? I mean, how could he know what he's fucking talking about? There's no way this system has been tilted against the black community. Let me show you. I'm going to read you a quote from a 1994 interview with John Ehrlichman, which was President Nixon's domestic policy chief. You want to know what this was really about? The Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people. We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black, but by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and the blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. Are you fucking serious? We should all be standing up against this fucking shit. How many fucking kids' lives were ruined over this fucking war on drugs? And that's only a microcosm of what's wrong in this fucking country. You gotta be fucking kidding me. He's doing the right fucking thing. He's doing a brave fucking thing. He stood up. Actually, he sat down, and everybody attacked him. And what did he do? He didn't back down and apologize like most pussies would. He doubled down, and he said, no, I'm not going to sit. You know who else did something just like this? Jackie Robinson. Oh, another piece of shit, right? Not. This is a fucking ridiculous that I even have to talk about this. But most people are just ignorant cunts in this country, and they should be embarrassed that there's immigrants that come in this country that know 5 times, 10 times more about this country than someone that was born here, that runs their stupid fucking mouth about other people. You know what the point is? Everybody should be rising up and wagging their fucking finger at this country and its government before any of us even think of calling somebody out for their patriotism or lack thereof. We need to look in the fucking mirror and question our own first, or you're just another fucking hypocrite. Got it? God bless the fucking USA.